Hi. Do you know what I like about the mind? You can ride it at your own speed through all the confusion. If you really want to be central, you will go back central and reconfigure how you should expand. If you're not happy, make yourself happy. Organize that what comes will be for happy. Your choice. Even if the choice was an indecision of none, you can still be happy. Things don't ever have to work. And you can always be happy. So no one's no one fucking you. It's a good thing you really didn't understand that word, right? I don't really want to talk so fast in this video. I want to show you how we control. I just found out that my thyroid gland, like the way my doctor said it to me, she said, oh, your thyroid gland is not working or functioning properly. I said, should I go in for an overdue? She says, no, you got to go see your doctor. She says, there's a little pill she can give me. I says, tell me the name, I'll go take it myself. Well, you know what? I'm not a doctor. The doctor is paid by the government who's taking the cash out of my pocket. As long as they're paying the doctor, they're not screwing him. Because I can't go to the doctor for free, you know. Everybody needs a little cabbage in their plate now and then. You know, a little dough? You know what a dough is? Do-re-mi. Dough, a deer. Dough is a deer, and a buck is a cash. And that's a male buck. But it's still all in the mind. What can be wrong? You don't have a job? Well, then the government should make sure that everybody that doesn't have a job gets enough money, even if it comes from you and you and you and you. Because this is not right. Hardly any of it should come from us. It should come from big business. The ones who take our money, who pay no really initial tax, and usually get it back because they caused the tax to be caused upon us, pay no tax at the beginning, but give not the right of one. Did you know that it will take $51 for the 2 million working Quebecers to pay off the welfare? Obviously, and those in Quebec not working. But that's a real pay. I calculate right now everybody's getting 1,000, the dentist and this. It's all highway robbery. Imagine this. Imagine never having enough of anything, running out of food and running out of this. God said, we're going to make babies, and you're going to keep making babies so you can feed yourselves. If you can't feed yourselves, you're not making enough babies, you're fucking around in the wrong spot. So you make those babies, and now we got too many babies. But sometimes it's better to have a little cushion. I mean, you don't take the rubber diaper and shove a big rubber on the kid. You know what I'm saying? You put the rubber in a film, and it stretches, and it goes around, and everything's got to have a little bend over backwards for me. The toilet has the water in the back. Otherwise, you'd be standing there and holding the thing down. Is the water up yet? What do you think they put the water up where the fan goes? If the water was down, how does it go up? God turns the world to put the water up, to put it down. It's around and around and up and down. That's the way it goes. When someone screws you, it starts to get frustrating. When you're being taken advantage of and you can do so much, but you can only do so much at one time being alone, it'll take you forever and you'll be dead by the time it ever gets done. So then you reunite in groups. But now you're not allowed to have militia because they're taking away your guns. And everything to protect themselves. This is, first of all, in my mind, totally illegal what they're doing. They can't keep adjusting the laws so they can keep breaking them, and as they go, it's bad for us and it's okay for them. Even the judge should see through this bullshit. You just can't look at a law. What did you see in Moses and the 10 Commandments? That was 10 Commandments of God's law. And for every level it moved up into a 10 world, it got multiplied by 10 by the game of 40. 440, 400, 4,000. And then you go 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. I didn't make any of these numbers up. They come out of games that already exist, that format and make it into what we do right now. Don't forget what the Mayans said, 260. When they said 260, they were talking the amount of days in a week. When they were talking, 20, they weren't talking 20 days in a month. They were talking 20 days in a month of weekdays. 4 weeks, 5 days, 20. 4 weeks, 2 days on the weekend, 1 to begin and 1 to end, is 8. That's the 28 days of the Indians, my friend, the 13th moon that comes up. 13 moons a year, 364 days. Well, what the hell happened with the day and a quarter that's missing? Number one, the day is for man, okay, in all actuality. But I'll show you the reality of it. The mug and dove has 3 crossing points, 10, 10, 10, okay? The totality average is 5, so 5 by 5 equals 125, which counts for the day of man. It's the part of creation, that 1 1/4 extra days for man. Okay, I'm not sure if it's because of his birth, his life, but you got to remember one thing. Our world is 369. God goes like this. He goes 1, 2, 5, because 5 is in between 2, 4 and the corner of 1. And then he goes 6, 5, 6, and man goes 6, 5. And they're together. 9, 11 comes to be 10, 10. Where are we going to take this next? Crop circles coming up. The Olympics coming up. What's going to be the scare? Irrelevant to what's going to happen right now. If anybody really, this is the way I think, if you really want to do something against the evil, I like Weber, whatever his name is, you've got to expose them. You've got to expose them until they know, and over a period of time, they're all going to be washed up. Everybody knows that. But the problem is, how can the army be sticking on the good side? Don't they see what's going on? Now, he's coming into a formation of thought where he's getting a little mixed up, so I have to think for a while. So give me a couple of seconds so I can think before I get back with you. Otherwise, I'll be just talking in circles. Trying to think. First of all, we have to reunite. We all must unite. We must learn the rule of thumb, the rule of love, the pin key of eternal eternity between these two. We must understand it. Because when you take out the exteriors of your fingers, all you're left with is 6. If you take away the pinky and the thumb, right? Because these 3 are not exteriors, and these 2 are in the center, so all you're left with is these 4. So what do you think? It's bullshit or not? You know what actually bullshit means in numerology? It's the beta spirit of 1. But it's BS, okay, which is 2, and S is 1, okay? It's the 2 and the 1. Total of 3, part of creation, the BS, what has happened in this world, the B world, the world where everything is 2. Oh, look at that in the mirror. Oh, there's 2 of you. Oh, look on the ground. Oh, that's my shadow. Oh, look at the dent you made in your seat. There's always 2 of you. We leave a mark with someone or on something for wherever we go. And even today, now they pick it up as in little microbes to say, oh, your cigarette, yeah, I know, you smoke that, right? I checked it out at the office. But still, what I feel and I see is that the law of Eve was imposed on all man for centuries that went on and on. And the only way to beat the law of Eve is to make Steve leave. How does that work? It's not that hard. The law of Eve is death. The balance in this world doesn't matter how it comes to be, but it's like this. Regardless of which way dies, if man, even the good man, if it comes like this, that most men are good, that's good enough, right? But if you can put more good onto one side than the other side, you can break the scale, which means you break the mold of death. I'm going to try and explain it a little bit better. This world is not made for good to be more than bad and bad to be. It's not supposed to be unbalanced. You're supposed to have just as this is evil, then this is good. It has to go like this. It can't change sides. But if man can eliminate, okay, the winning objective of everything, he can change sides and break the law of death. And that will be the calling of the Christ. But that won't happen. And whatever I say will never be true. Because all you're going to look at it and say, you'll never be able to justify it. And then again, wait a couple more years. Justification. To prove a point, to unite ourselves, we have to prove that we are good to one another. How much do we have to prove? We are here. I am one. My hand is in the air. As long as the parade is in fashion of the understanding that when you go in, you don't stop halfway. We go all the way. We correct the problem. We come on out, and the whole world is brand new. Will this ever happen? Can it happen? It's going to happen. It's an obligation. It's written. You see, by the evil pushing and taking and pushing and taking, eventually they fall. So it happens no matter what. The question is the relevancy now of time. And if it doesn't happen in my time, I'm worth shit. I said that like 4 times in this video already, right? Or was that in the last video? Did I make the last video? Did I ever make a video before? I must have made a video before. Hold on a second. I have to check on the wall to see who's like in session. Oh, it's Mr. Tackpans. How you doing, Mr. Tackpans? Sorry nobody can see you, but I'm looking at you. They might think I'm looking at nothing, but don't forget, this is the shaft of Moses. I hold it close and dear to me because it is the cross of Christ. I have a half a dozen of these in my apartment. I make them into what I call the shadow stick. They're a stick. I make believe they're actually more, but they're nothing at all, unless I pretend for them to be. Just like if I don't want to feel good. Oh my God, and worry, and worry, and worry. It's the worry of everything. You see, that's the thing that happened in this world. There's so, not only do we have our own stupidity worry that we're brought up with, or have, oh, that new world. What if they come to my house and bring me to the jail and kill me? Well, you see, the difference between me and all of you is because if they bring me to the jail, you better kill me real quick, okay? Because I'm going upstairs, I'm coming right back down, so I don't care if I go. I only care for my family. That's about it. But if they bring me in, so as long as they don't abuse me, I just told you, abuse you. You know what I'm saying? If they abuse me and I come back with my stick, I'd be like a strap. I'd flick that thing so hard on their rear ends, they wish the red 50 never existed in Canada. Because that's what we should do to our money. I think we're going to get all our money, and let's see, it's green. Okay, mark that up for whiskey. Red, put someone's fat ass on the bill because that's all it's worth. And when it's brown, you put the shit at the end of the stick, and that's what all bankers are worth because that's what the bankers think of us by making the $100 bill brown and keeping it green and in the ground for life in the Americans. All the colors got the wrong colors. There's something wrong with the colors. I haven't worked on the colors yet. Not yet. I know some of the colors. Yellow, heard of that one. It's in octane. They have them in bananas, but they start out green. You know, and then they turn this dark brown, almost like a black. Holy fuck, you mean the dark side of a banana is actually black? That'd be really crazy. You know, I was thinking in one of my videos coming out here and putting a big black stripe right through my face. Everybody asked me, why would you do that? I said, well, I got 2 sides of white and 1 of black. It's 2 against 1. Guy looks at me and he says, but it's not going to be any fight at all. He says, you put the black right through your nose. I says, the black knows everything. You know nothing. How can you win? Okay, it's not funny, and I'm not on the money, but I'm not looking for the honey. I'm just looking to keep you a little bit entertained. So when we come into the future and you have nothing to do, and the last 1,000 videos on the wall are mine, oh, what are you going to do? You're going to pick it up, and you're going to look at insanity for just 1 moment more. This is the good side of insanity. Just remember, if there's a lot of things in this world that have happened in the last hundreds and hundreds of years, lies, bring the mail. Who was carrying the mail? You're not allowed to touch the U.S. mail. Do you understand? No one's allowed to know before they see and manipulate, and then they restock and restore and give out the mail for the second time. They won't see what they have done. You won't see what they have done. Leave nothing out. Everything exists. Do you understand? Everything exists. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter? So it exists. So you have it for knowledge and a page in your mind. The inspiration of the 10% of your mind of the blood pressure that carried it up through the electronic matrix, ER as angel resident, air S, which is actually also known for pots and pans. But this is an electronic world, my friend. Sure, we grew up. We grow. Haven't you seen copper? It grows. Things grow just like that. How come? Because God set it up that way. The system, the Xbox, the 360 degrees around the time of minutes of the earth in one day and around the sun in 360 degrees in an entire year. Parts and quarters are chopped off by months and days of the weeks that come on by the hours and minutes of the 16 hours that you are awake during the day and the 8 hours you take to insomnia of your sleep, to where on the weekend you spend one day with God of 24 hours. Add them all up, you have 144,000 midway angels that you have been awake in a period of 10 days, also including, and look alike, the 613 laws of Moses, which is 6 points for a touchdown, 1 point for the kick, and 3 points for the field goal. 6, 1, and 3, and Moses is now coming to town. Don't talk about 40 days, because you want to go 40 days, by the time you get to Boardwalk, you'd actually be rolling 41 to get back to go again. So don't tell me about the 40 days, because they never got to go. Did they do it for 40 days? Because then they got to go. So they started over again. You just keep starting over again. If you keep going to go, it keeps giving you 200 and 400 and says go around again. But if you hit number 30 creation, you're back in jail. You got to get a doubles to get out. Because if you don't get a doubles, you need a high dice. You got to get over to the train station to get somewhere. That's why you can't get out unless you have a doubles. Because the doubles let you go again, and the minimum would be 4. 3 only covers 3 corners. That's no good. You have to make an omega ring so you can make a jet leap out of the jail. Couldn't understand how come you got to roll 3 times to get out of jail? Well, that's one of the reasons we elected at this rule. Do you understand what I have just told you? You roll 1 dice is a 1 and a 2. You cannot get out of jail. Okay, a 1 and a 3, a 1 and a 4, a 1 and a 5. You cannot get out of jail on any of them. You must get a doubles. It's a pair. It's of 2. You're going into the 2 world. You roll 2 dice. They have to be the same. But on the 3rd roll, right, if the minimum you got that was not a double was a 3 in each of the boxes, that would total 9, and it would not surpass the next corner, okay, and it would create the birth of 9. Because it would be 9, the corner, the one after is 11, 9 and 11, because the corner is 10. It is God at the corner, like on the telephone. Hey, I'm number 1. I'm looking down from number 1, and I see number 4. So I look out to the side, I look out to the other side. On one side, I can't actually see around the 306 degrees, but on the second side, I see number 2. And he smiles, and God smiles. And what the hell are you smiling for? He says, look in the mirror. He says, that's me. I am a girl. I says, wait a second, but on this side you're a guy. Holy shit, he's a she. But don't worry, he hasn't been screwing anybody lately. And whatever he does in creation, it's in a laboratory. And he uses a big pot. First he smokes a little pot, he goes, what kind of imagination can I get from the universe? Don't forget, even if God re-enhanced the pot to bring it down to earth, it's still an element of the universe, don't forget. It's not God's. He don't own it all. He's just a scientist. He put it all together. Smart guy. Hey, God, boo! You're a smart guy. Hey, you speaking English? Ah, fuck. It's a French God. You think I'm going to get the right results now? No one's going to believe you're a French God. Oh, from France. I'm sorry. God said like this. He says he's been in the North Pole for many, many, many years, right? And he has to make sure he gets a little fat, you know what I'm saying, to look like Mama, because he's also Mrs. Claus. Santa's Claus got both claws. He's Mrs. and Mr. Claus. That's why he's all screwed up. That's why Santa's got a red nose. He's trying to hide underneath, You remember that movie we had with Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire? That's the way God is. He's like in one mask and the next. But he's so goddamn fast, you think he's be like magic. But he's not. Because if God came in here electronically, he can do whatever the electrodes can do. Didn't you see the lightning through the sky going from one end to the other end? Who do you think's in control of the totality of the element? The element itself. IT. What do you mean, IT? It is. That's the whole thing. It is this and that and everything else, when, where, why, and how. When we want one. Have you ever listened to some of these words? When we. In French, if I would say we, it would mean yes. We to a child, oh we, oh we, oh we, oh we, and she's peeing on your leg. It is 29. It is the birth. It is the month of February. It comes once every 4 years. So you can only multiply it by one time, which is 29. To bring 29 to a 10-10 world, it creates an 8 to a 2 and a 9 to a 1. Brings 81, the 81 worlds of life, in which the first 29 are not there, and actually even the last 29 are not there either. Because, like I said, it's a plus minus. Okay? It's in between, or you're at 0 and you're going -9, -18. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when a machine works, okay? Turn on the machine. Hey, bud, what's it at? Oh, she's at 82. Oh, make sure he stays at 82. This guy's lying on a bed dying. And they're looking at his pressure. But they also see it go up, and they also see it go down. So the down is just as important as the up. The swing in baseball, the swing in the element of a chart is very important to any extreme, especially when you are gauging to build. Now that we are many who have lost ourselves in this world of money, or people call it dough, and dough's on a pizza, and pizza is a pie, and everybody makes a joke about it, but money is a killer. I've mentioned this in one of my videos. When you get to 99, you're pissed off. But when it gets to 102, to 108, and goes back to 102 again, you don't care about the two of them. Because that 99, that two high numbers, is now 08, 09. So until it gets up to 15 cents, it really doesn't make much of a difference. Because you don't notice it anyways. It's only 15 cents and it's above the dollar. The money devaluates. The minute it becomes past the dollar, it's like 101. It's like starting over a new era. It's like adding on a new zero to the end of it. Makes absolutely no sense. It's a part of evolution that man has never adjusted for. Putting on the extra zero. Don't you know why there's billions and trillions of years out there in the galaxies? Because you were born as an eye through an egg makes 1 0, and I was the reflection of who you are makes the other 0, and the element of spirit that brings us together is the other 0, and the totality that keeps the egg inside the totality of Trinity is the last 0. So there's 4 zeros on there for absolutely no reason. So up to 9,999, okay, after that, that's primary, okay? That's why the year is the way it is. You've got to play with a balanced calendar. Now, this calendar, don't forget, unites at dot 7. How can I say it? There's three on each side on this dice. There's 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. I just showed you 4 different ways. Those are 4 different ways of 7. Okay, the opposite side is 1. Every other actual way will make a 5. And that'll give you the year 2014, 2015. I forget where I was going to go with this at the end, but we're going to leave it at this for now. I started out really slow and really calm. And I lifted it up. I lifted it up. God will be out there if something happens, but you will not notice it until the end. It must go that way. Wouldn't that make for a better ending in a story? Isn't that the kind of movie you'd rather go to? God's going to make this one of the best endings, one of the best changes, dramatics, and the whole thing. If he's coming, he's going to just do something really cool. Okay? And if he's not coming and we all die and we go to heaven and we see that we didn't want to come back to this place anyways, well, that's cool too. And if we suffer in the meantime, and we give in to people pushing us and taking away our liberties, that's insanity. We must join wherever we could. Say, I'm in. Just I'm in. We are in. We are united. You know what? You know what's going to happen at the end anyways? There's going to be so many whistleblowers because so many people are going to be scared. Because don't forget, they're taking 500 million, which means X, Y, and Z. But when they see someone they don't want to have down in the cave with them or whatever, in the bat cave, they're going to bang them off. They've only used some of these people as puppets. They don't want them around anymore. They're going to be sayonara. But anyways, I'm just telling you what I think is going to happen in my predictions in the Voilari. Raphael 7286. I want to thank you for coming to 25 minutes in this video. You are totally screwed up, fucked up, and retarded. I would never go 25 minutes in any of my videos. You should watch the next one. I'll probably make it all about you. Thanks a lot, bro. Keep on trucking. Everything is real cool, right? Everything is real cool, boys. Don't forget, just to let you know one thing. One of the Hell's Angels, one of their how can I say it, one of their home bases was started out from where I live a long time ago, maybe 40 years ago. They're not there anymore, but you know who they were? They were people that were in the army. They saw what happened in the army in the 60s, and they rebelled, and this is what they decided to do. They took on this group. And my hand's up to you guys. Even if you're probably about 65 years old now, I think Mick Jagger's birthday, my hand's up to you. And all those who try to revolt for their own liberty and peace, I put my hands up to you. And for all those who are not thinking that if you have children, whatever you do to people like me and everybody else will be done to your child. Not because I say it, because you're going to be doing it. If we don't hear about it, then the skies will clear. We will be one. Raphael, 72. In the constellation of Pegasus, 86. Out towards the Baffin Islands, Nunavut, and hello Santa Claus in the NP, North Pole. 16, P is 16, and N is 14. The total is 30, the creation pole. Red, white, light, and blue. Santa Claus is for all of us. We just have to understand what it means to have a claws of Santa, with the socks hanging underneath and over and above the fireplace. Those socks, okay, it's like an elevator, those socks, okay? It's like an elevator. If you hold it up, it'll go up, and then it'll go that way on the socks. Not only that, they hold your calf, okay? They hold your ankle, they hold your toes, and this is all a representation of parts of the spirit. There's a little bit more that adds to it. We'll leave it alone, because I don't remember. I'm not going to be shy about it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know what's really screwed up? Look at this. This is a card. Black and white. What the fuck color is this? What the fuck color is this? Someone show me what the color is. Look at this skin. The color is wrong. I got blue eyes. Why don't I have blue skin? My cat's got gray skin. The other one's got yellow skin. Yesterday they were fighting it out, and I didn't hear one talk about their skin color. Not one. You know what I'm saying? My cat, she rolls around on the floor. Come fuck me. Come fuck me. Oh, excuse me. Excuse the language. Oh my God, I can't believe I did this. This must be a real rotten video. I'll never do this again. I'm a liar. I love it. I think it puts a little additive to it. I'm allowed to do this? No? Okay. You know what we're going to do for now? What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? New things coming into the world. We forgot about Nibiru. The dwarf star? Who's controlling the dwarf star from their Xbox in their house? Is there somebody controlling the dwarf star with the Xbox? Has somebody manipulated themselves and moved into the house of Nibiru? The road is being paved and the satellites come alongside. What is going on in the skies, and who knows the truth? There's more than one truth, because everybody has to remember the lines. And not everybody can know the lines, so therefore there is a new truth. Today, 26th day, Dog Day afternoon, the ending, the last Thursday of July, the 7th month, 7th gate, 7th God, the 7th position of the birthright, leaning back inside style and waiting for the child to arrive. Has anybody seen my dragon today? Ah, there she goes. She's all waiting inside one of them big volcanoes out there. That dragon, she's going to fly through the night, pick me up, and we're going to go down and have a buggying time. Of course, she's going to like all my cigarettes for me. She'll probably burn off my mustache. I'll show up there with one side of a mustache and a blue eye. I'll probably look like the other side. Hey, you're not him, you're her. Well, that's okay. I'm Ben-Hur, and I'm here for the ride. And we got to end this right now. As Raphael says, 72. 86. All right, Dragon,